Welcome back, students. In our welcome back, students, in the series of online class. In our previous class, we have completed our second chapter, polynomial. I hope that all of you understand it in well mannered. And after completing the polynomial chapter, today I am going to start a new chapter, that is a coordinate geometry. Children, here in class 9th, coordinate geometry is a introductory type chapter. In this class, you have to study very little introduction about the coordinate geometry. You will be read about this topic about coordinate geometry in your higher classes in much more detail. So students, first I will make you to understand what is coordinate geometry. What does it mean? So coordinate geometry, it is a branch of mathematics. It is a branch of mathematics which deals with position of a point in a plane with respect to some reference axis. In this chapter, our main aim is to introduce some basic concepts of coordinate geometry. You will study more about these in higher classes. This study was initially developed by the French philosopher and great mathematician René Descartes. In honor of Descartes, the system used for describing the position of a point in a plane is known as the Cartesian plane or Cartesian system. René Descartes, in the honor of the great mathematician René Descartes, we called the plane as Cartesian plane. Students, suppose while we locating anything, we need some reference point. So, in the branch of coordinate geometry, we use reference point as x-axis and y-axis. We use two reference points or reference lines. That is a horizontal line called x-axis and a vertical line called y-axis. And the point at which they will meet or they will intersect is denoted by O, is called origin. This is the point called origin. From the origin on the right side of x-axis, there is positive sign, and on the left side of the x-axis, there is negative sign. From the origin towards upward on the y-axis, there are positive signs, and from origin the downward on the y-axis, there is negative signs. So these two lines, horizontal lines, that is x-axis or y-axis, divides a plane in four parts. So these two lines, horizontal lines and vertical lines, that is x-axis or y-axis, divides the plane in four quadrants named first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Now in first quadrant, both x, the value of x, and y both are positive. X value is also positive and y value is also positive. But in second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. And so in third quadrant, x is negative and y is negative. X and y both are negative. And in fourth quadrant, x is positive but y is negative. So you always keep this in your mind that the axis, x-axis and y-axis divides a plane in four parts, and that parts are called quadrants. And behavior of the x-axis and y-axis in each quadrant, you must have it in your mind. In first quadrant, x and y both are positive. In second quadrant, x is negative but y is positive. In third quadrant, x and y both are negative. And in fourth quadrant, x is positive but y is negative. When all of you keep it in your mind, then it will be a very helpful you to locate a point in the plane, or to have the to know the coordinates of a point in the plane becomes very easy. So you must keep these things in your mind. Now while we locate a point in a plane, then we need the distance of that point from the both axes also. That is from x-axis and that is from y-axis as well. So the distance from these both axes is termed as an abscissa or ordinate. So now let's see what is abscissa. Children, abscissa, the distance on x-axis, or the distance from y-axis is called abscissa. Not on any axis, then the distance from y-axis of a point is known as abscissa. That is called x coordinate also, and that is the first part in a coordinate, that is abscissa. Thereafter it is a ordinate. Similarly, ordinate is the distance on y-axis. The distance on y-axis or the distance from x-axis is called ordinate. The distance on y-axis or distance from x-axis is called ordinate. Thereafter, coordinate. Now, when abscissa and ordinates are taken together, it becomes coordinate. So, while we write a coordinate, we should write abscissa first and thereafter ordinate. Suppose any point having coordinate 2, 3. Any point having coordinate 2, it's 2, 3. It means that the first point, that is 2, is its abscissa, and the second is 3, that is its ordinate. First part is always abscissa or x coordinate, and second part is always ordinate or y coordinate. It is clear. So this is the coordinate. Abscissa and ordinate are together called coordinate. This is from the origin is called abscissa. Or if a point in the quadrant, point in a plane, then the distance on x-axis, if the point is on x-axis, then that. Thereafter, the next question is, the point identified by the coordinates 2 minus 4. It means that which point is identifying 2 minus 4. So here is 2 and minus 4 is this. It means that G point is representing the coordinate 2 minus 4. So G is the required point which represents the coordinate 2 minus 4. Now in the next question, the abscissa of the point D. The D point is here. As you see that the distance on D point is 6. So the chord 6 and 2. It means that the distance is from y-axis is 6 unit. So its abscissa will be 6. Abscissa will be 6. Now in next question, we have to write the coordinate of the point H. H point, where is H? H point H is here. Now we have to write the ordinate of the point H. Ordinate means the y coordinate. So its coordinate will be minus 5 minus 3. So its ordinate will be minus 3. That is y-axis. It become ordinate. Now our next question is the coordinate of the point L. As you see that point A is lying on the y-axis. So its coordinate will be 0, 5. Here abscissa is 0 and ordinate is 5. So the coordinate of point L become 0, 5. Now we have to write the coordinate of the point M. Point M coordinate. We have to write the coordinate of point M. As you can see that the point M is lying on the x-axis. So its coordinate will be minus 3, 0. It means in this case the coordinate having abscissa minus 3 and ordinate 0. It means that when any point lie on x-axis, their ordinate must be 0. And when any point lying on y-axis, their abscissa must be 0. So these two things also you keep in your mind. And in this way, we have completed this chapter, because this chapter was a very introductory chapter. There are one basic introduction about the coordinate geometry. So now this chapter is being finished. So I hope that all of you have understand the mainly things, definitions of coordinate geometry, abscissa, ordinate, how to locate a point in a plane, how to find the coordinate of the point, what is abscissa, what is ordinate, these all things. So I hope all of you have understand it in good manner. So try to do some more questions or try to solve some more questions to make it more clear. Okay, thank you.